ನಾಳಿನ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಥ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದರ ಮಾದರಿ ಉತ್ತರಗಳನ್ನು ಅಂದರೆ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಅವರು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ನೋಡೋಣಂತೆ. ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಮ್.
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇನ್ multiple choice questions. First question, the act that made provision for diarchy at the center is answer option D, the Government of India Act of 1935. Second question, the one which is odd among following is answer option D, brown shirts. Third question, the headquarters of UNO is located at answer option C, New York. Fourth question, the objective of establishing self-help groups is answer option B, women empowerment. Fifth question, the highest multi-purpose river valley project in India is answer option A, Bakranangal project. Sixth question, the export volume of mica from India is reducing because answer option C, the availability of substitute for mica. Seventh question, the father of green revolution in India is answer option D, Dr. M.S. Swaminathan. Eighth question, Girish has complained to the State Consumer Commission for being cheated for a purchase. The value of his claim should be answer option B, between 20 lakhs to 1 crore. Second main, answer the following questions in a sentence each. Ninth question, which treaty was signed at the end of the First Anglo-Maratha War? Answer, Salbhai Agreement. 10th question, why was the commission under the chairmanship of Fazal Ali formed in 1953? Answer, to reorganize the states. 11th question, what is meant by disarmament? Answer, the reduction or elimination of certain or all armaments for the purpose of ending armaments race. 12th question, why was the Silent Valley movement launched? Answer, to protect environment, to save flora and fauna. 13th question, why was the Right to Education Act of 2009 implemented? Answer, to ensure free and compulsory education to children of 7 years to 14 years, reservation of 25% seats in private schools for needy children. 14th question, what is the use of intensive farming? Answer, to grow 2 or 3 crops on the same plot in a year, useful in areas which are fertile and have huge population. 15th question, what is the duration of financial year in India? Answer, April 1st to 31 March. 16th question, entrepreneurship is an adventurous activity. How? Answer, it is an act of sensing the opportunities where others see chance, making use of the contradictory and confusing situations to one's favor, seek opportunities, take calculated risks and derive benefits by setting up a venture. Third main, answer the following questions in 2 or 4 sentence points each. 17th question, list out the measure undertaken by India to check terrorism, or name the permanent member nation of UN Security Council. Answer, India's policy is totally against terrorism. Central and state government are ensuring to control, protect men and property. Anti-terrorist forces are set up. Defenses forces are pressed to throw terrorism. Peace-loving nation against global terrorism. Or question, United States of America, Russia, Britain, France, China. 18th question, how can we solve the problem of unemployment? Or how can we eradicate the evil of dowry apart from legal measures? Answer, population control, encouragement to cottage industries, agricultural development, development of industrial sector, educational reforms, 5-year plans, encouragement to vocational education, rural development, employment guarantee programs, development of IT, BT sectors, etc. Or creating awareness among people, intercaste marriages, modern mass media, voluntary organizations, women associations, etc. 19th question. How was the policy of subsidiary alliance helpful for the British to extend their empire? Answer. Indian kings had to keep the British army in their kingdom. Such states had to bear the expenses of the army, had to give certain revenue lands as well. The kings had to have a British resident in their court. The king could not appoint any other Europeans without the permission of the British. The permission of the Governor General was mandatory to enter into any agreement or pacts. Company would offer protection to the state from any internal or external aggressions. Many kingdoms like Hyderabad, Mysore, Awadh, Tanjore, Marathas, Berar, Arcot, Pune, Gwalior, etc. entered into this agreement. Next question. Which were the problems faced by India after independence? Answer. The consequences of partition of India, the problem of refugees, formation of government, communal riots, integration of princely states, reorganization of states, illiteracy, status of women, overpopulation, poverty, economic inequality, profiteering, corruption, regionalism, smuggling, etc. Next question. Which factors influence the climate of India? Answer. Latitudes, height from the sea level or altitude, distance from the sea, direction of the winds, mountain ranges, ocean currents, monsoon winds, etc. Next question. Soil erosion adversely affects the agricultural productivity. How? Answer. Accumulation of silt on the river beds, thereby causing floods, changing the courses of the rivers. Accumulation of silt in reservoirs and tanks. The storage capacity of the reservoirs get reduced. Volume of water percolating down gets reduced. Natural springs dry up. India is an agro-based country. Next question. Explain the objectives of 5-year plans. Answer. Increasing the production to the maximum extent possible, increasing the employment opportunities, reducing the economic disparities, ensuring economic stability, modernizing the economy, population control, increase in per capita income, etc. Next question. Which are the objectives of establishing entrepreneur promotional organization? Answer. Supporting the entrepreneurs, developing the enterprisers, ensuring the growth of enterprisers, establishing enterprisers, providing financial assistance to start new small and medium scale enterprises, training the entrepreneurs, marketing facilities, etc. Fourth main. Answer the following question in 6 sentences or points each. 25th. Make a list of the achievements of Chikka Devaraja Odayar, or which are the reforms advocated by Dr. Annie Besant. Answer. An efficient soldier and administrator, checked the invasions of Shivaji at Madurai, Ikkeri and Bijapur, captured Magadhi, Madhugiri, Koratagiri and other places, purchased Bengaluru from the Mughal military general, had the titles like Karnataka Chakravarti, Apratima Veera, Tenkana Raja and Navakoti Narayana. Started the Council of Ministers, Athara Kacheri to help in administration. Introduced the postal system. Constructed Chikka Devaraja Canal and Dodda Devaraja Canal for irrigation. Patronized many poets and scholars like Malaria, Sanchi Namma and so on. Or came from Ireland, started the activities of Theosophical Society in India, aroused pride in Indian culture through her lectures, equality, universal brotherhood and harmony in society, gave full support to the freedom struggle, started a newspaper called New India, started Home Rule movement in 1916, presided over the Congress session in 1917, contributed immensely to Indian philosophy and freedom movement. Next question. Explain the importance of remote sensing technology or explain the factors influencing the localization of industries. Answer. True, accurate and reliable information through pictures, fast, low cost and easy analysis obtained through satellites during the extreme climates and geographical disturbances, effective management of natural calamities, useful analysis of natural resources, information regarding land use, forest area, water bodies, crops, residential areas, soil erosion, etc. Or availability of raw materials, energy resources, market, transport facility, availability of labor, port facility, land at low cost, technology, government policies, capital, availability of water, etc., suitable climate. Next question. Rural development is essential for the empowerment of India. Why? Or public finance is an important tool to establish financial stability. How? Answer. Effective management of the problems of rural India, providing education, training, health and sanitation facilities, enhancing the knowledge, skills and capability to work of the people. In addition to agriculture, cattle rearing, fishery, silk industry, poultry and other agriculture related activities to be developed, making agriculture a profitable activity, avoiding migration of rural people to cities, electricity, irrigation, transport, communication, market yards, increasing the productivity of agriculture, enhancing the value of agricultural produce, providing regular employment opportunities, increase in income to rural people, providing urban amenities to rural people, making the village people to participate in the process of development. Or to achieve economic development and stability, fiscal policy, management of public finance, achieving the progress of the nation, equitable distribution of country's natural wealth, labor and capital investment, maximize the production, equitable distribution of the income, peace and comfortability, welfare of the people, enhance the public expenditure, preference to agriculture, small scale industries and basic infrastructure, balanced growth of all spheres of the economy, eradication of poverty and unemployment, regulate financial upheavals. Next question. Bank operations are very essential in everyone's life. Why? Justify. Or the Consumer Protection Act of 1986 safeguards the consumers. How? Answer. Accepting deposits from the public and secures it, lending loans, transferring of money, accepting and collecting money on checks and drafts, discounting of bills, safe deposit locker, managing foreign exchange, issuing letters of credit and guarantee, conducting government transactions, encouraging savings, collection of money or payment, debit cards and credit cards, payment of interest, issuing checks, books, etc. Protect against the marketing of goods which are hazardous to life, right to information about the quality, quantity, purity, etc. Right to choice of goods, right to be heard the interest of consumers, right to seek redress against the unfair trade practices, right to consumer education, right to stop exploitation, right to good health and physical environment, right to enhance the quality of life. Next question. Explain how Martanda Varma organized the struggle against the Dutch power. Answer. Ruled Wayanad from 1729 to 1758. Compiled an army of 50,000 soldiers to extend the border of Wayanad. Occupied the pepper growing areas, controlled the surrounding Palagares and made them to oppose the Dutch. Occupied the trading centers like Nedumangala and Kotara Kara by defeating the Dutch and their allies. Wrote a strong letter to the Dutch that he would never give up the trade rights to pepper to any foreigners. In 1741, Dutch declared war on Travancore. Martandavarma's army strongly sent them back. 24 Dutch officers were taken as war prisoners, decided to root out Dutch from South India, got back the ports in Kerala and Tamil Nadu, which were in the control of Dutch. Treaty was signed on 15th August 1753. Dutch surrendered their power to the Travancore province. Next question. What were the changes brought in social and political structures by the Second World War? Answer. Witnessed the maximum deaths and injuries, brought social and political changes in the world. UNO was established. USA, USSR, Britain and France became the permanent members of the UN Security Council. USA and USSR became the most aggressive rival countries. Asian and African colonies became free. Britain and France lost their colonies. Conducive atmosphere for India's freedom. Use of atomic weapons by the USA paved the way for arms race. Cold War began. Next question. Explain India's relationship with Russia. Answer. Maintained good relation even during the period of USSR. Through India followed non-alignment policy, Indo-Russia cooperation continued in political economic fields, condemned China's aggression in 1962, supported India during liberation of Goa in 1961, mediated the India-Pakistan Tashkent Agreement in 1966, signed 20 years Treaty of Peace, permanent seat in the UN Security Council. Next question. Which are the constitutional and legal measures undertaken to eradicate untouchability? Answer. Article 17 of the Constitution prohibits the practice of untouchability. Untouchability Crime Act in 1955, amended as Citizens' Rights Protection Act in 1976. As per the Act, untouchability is a punishable offence. Universal suffrage and right to equality. Reservation in educational, political, economic and employment opportunities. The regulation of 1989 confirms special responsibilities to the state government, striving to provide equal opportunities to all citizens. Next question. A severe depression was caused yesterday night in Bay of Bengal. What precautionary measures should be taken by Tamil Nadu government? Answer. Evacuation of people from low-lying areas. Ready keeping generators, boats, helicopters and other transport facilities. Rerouting trains and buses from the cyclone-prone areas. Keeping people constantly informed about the movement of the cyclone. Keeping the army battalions ready. Keeping food, drinking water and clothes ready. Ready keeping medicines and medical facilities. Friendship in 1971 assisted India to have steel plants of Bailai and Bokaro. Received aid for the growth of our industry and commerce. Supporting India's claim for permanent seat in the UN Security Council. Fifth main. Answer the following questions in about 8 sentences. Next question. Explain the reforms brought in the police system during the British period. Or explain the reasons for the failure of First World War of Indian independence. Answer. Cornwallis implemented the efficient police system in India for the first time, created the post of Superintendent of Police, divided a district into many stations and into villages in 1793, put every station under a kotwal and every village under the care of Chowkidar. During the severe drought of 1770, the entire police system was brought under the control of the British officers. started a system of appointing British magistrates in 1781. The police officers were brought under the magistrates. In 1861, the Indian Police Act was implemented. In 1902, Indian Police Commission Act was passed, allowed suitable Indians qualified for the post of police officers, or did not spread to the whole country, intended to protect the interest of a few rather than getting freedom of the country, not organized one, erupted due to certain unexpected reasons, unity among the British forces, lack of it among Indian soldiers, lack of guidance and discipline, lack of strategy and expertise, no specific goal. Many provincial kings shown loyalty to the British. People lost confidence on the soldiers due to their arson and looting. Next question. Bala Gangadhar Tilak played a crucial role in inspiring nationalistic movement among Indians. Justify. Answer. Prominent extremist leader. Opposed the partition of Bengal in 1905. Called for Swadeshi movement. Declare Swaraj is my birthright and I will get it at any cost. Aim of getting Purna Swaraj. Started preparing people for freedom struggle. Made use of religious functions for this purpose. Published Kesari and Maratha newspapers. Through these papers he called for the active participation of the people in the freedom struggle. Inspired people through revolutionary articles. Imprisoned by the British government. Wrote Gita Rahasya in the jail. Next question. The status of women is improving in recent days. Justify. Answer. Women work as teachers, engineers, doctors, pilots, astronauts, police, politicians, defense personnel, etc. Indira Gandhi became the Prime Minister and Pratibha Patil became the President. Sarojini Naidu served as the Governor and Sucheta Kripalani as the Chief Minister. Still many women work as governors, chief ministers and foreign ambassadors. Started women and children development departments. Health, education and social status of women is improved. To empower women, Women Education, Prohibition of Child Marriage Act, Dowry Prohibition Act, etc. are implemented. Stree Shakti program for the development of rural women. Loans and subsidy for women self-employment. Stree Shakti organizations, self-help groups and women cooperative societies. Constructed Women Commission at national and state level. 33% reservation for women in local bodies in Karnataka. Reservation in government jobs. Efforts to have the reservation for women in assemblies and parliament. Next question. How can we conserve forest? Answer. Cutting down dried up and abrasing trees which cause forest fire. Protecting the forest trees against diseases. Planting saplings. Sowing seeds. Guarding against illegal cutting of trees. Avoiding grazing of domestic animals in forests. Motivating people to plant saplings. Creating awareness among people about trees. Encouraging people to protect trees. Implementing the social forestry project speedily and successfully. Sixth main. Draw an outline map of India and mark the following. 38. A. Tropic of Cancer. B. Hirakud project. C. Gateway of India. D. Kolar. A. Tropic of Cancer. B. Hirakud project. C. Gateway of India. D. Kolar. Thank you.